That's going to play in Alpha and Matilda. Always good to watch here. Let's go into the first match.
Timings and initiations are very tight.
Yeah, Falcons definitely feels like they just didn't overthink it. There's a Phobius. Let's pick a carry and let's go into the game.
Okay, so early on, Ogwen's going to be getting the info that it's an orange start for Carl TZ, so it's going to be separate unless Carl TZ changes his rotation. There's nothing else to get in the jungle, so interesting movement by Kyle TZ. He cleared up his orange side, didn't get his own purple. He's going to go ahead and steal the Crammer up top. Then he might go for the gold and then get his purple buff. Unique timings here, but he might get caught out and spotted out by TLPH.
Very King Kong-esque rotation for Kyle TZ. You really want to maximize on getting the level 15 before the 10-11 minute mark, because again, they're up against Carl TZ and JP with the Alpha Matilda combination. But this is what you mentioned a while ago. The control that TLPH has on the mid lane so far, you can expect them to really dominate the river early on.
Yeah, but right now, Ogwen seems to be setting the tempo alongside Few with a faster clear and the higher damage early on by the Khalid. Good rotations by Kyle TZ and Falcon. Kyle TZ was able to hit level 4 first, but if I'm not mistaken, Kyle TZ, if he gets this, should be leading in the EXP, yes.
There you go. So I also like this Feud that's very aggressive in the mid, but hold on.
Okay, critical spawn, but there's a clash coming into the middle lane, forcing Few to flicker out, plus use that ultimate right away, but on the other hand, Flap TZ up against 3, use the split bit already. Carl TZ is here. Is he going to be able to get the turtle? Yes, he did, but in exchange for his own life, as Kyle TZ will get the kill. Few, on the other hand, goes down as well. This is an engage. TLPH wants to go for more, but JP says we will disengage. TLPH gets 2, Falcon gets 1.
That's very clean, very swift here for TLPH. I love the decisiveness as well of TLPH to just take that despite all the distractions that Falcons were actually throwing their way.
Yeah, Carl TZ able to go forward, keep himself a safe distance away from the combo of the glue and able to retrieve that turtle, which is why TLPH won that initial engage. Oheb and Super Marco both packed Master Assassin. So yeah, they're really looking just to dominate the duel there. And at the same time, because there are some pretty tanky presences in the opposing side.
You're gonna have to break through it very well if you want to just keep the momentum going. Exactly what TLPH is known to be good at doing. So I love that for them. Right now, it feels like the focus is going to be on that top side, forcing a Raging Sandstorm as well from Ogwen. That might force Falcon to just play it safe for the next few minutes.
I mean, they have to. They don't have the reach so far because Ogwen expended already his Raging Sandstorm, as you mentioned. On the other hand, JP though did use the Circling Eagle, but again, one guiding wind can actually activate TLPH to go in for the kill and charge right away. So it's looking good so far for the Cavalry.
Yeah, good call. When TLPH actually got really good info that they could have invaded the purple buff, they decided to back off and then just default, return back to their lanes and positions. See JP and Sanji holding the north side. They're really doing everything they can to help. Oh, heaven to bottom.
Oh, Carl TZ goes in. Sanford as well, but he's going to get bursted down by Falcon. Few has the ultimate again, forcing out Sanford to walk away, but that's an engaged Falcon once again. That was out of nowhere. TLPH forcing a reaction here onto the middle lane, but Sanji and JP has to walk away up against 4 of Team Falcons.
That was beautiful timing for Falcons, knowing that there were not really any TLPH members left there to back them up. They went in for the kill and got a pretty easy one. Now they go for turtle.
They might try this. Sanji has Raging Sandstorm. They can go for this.
Okay, let's see. Carl TZ's in the picture right now. And Ogwen just charging up. Also has his Flicker plus the Raging Sandstorm. So let's see who's going to initiate first.
Got a 5v5 on our hands, getting ready on.
Yeah. We have the Matilda, so they can do it, but look at this already in the picture. Sanji goes in with the Raging Sandstorm, not going to connect, but a killing spree coming in from Sanford as they bring down Owen. But Kyle TZ secures the turtle, plus the kill. Flap TZ is going to bring down Carl.
And I like their really calm demeanor here. They didn't take more. They knew what they had. They knew their firepower, and they estimated very well, not giving away any kills.
Yeah, and you see the homework that Flap TZ has been given. Just grab Carl TZ, do what you can to disrupt the retribution of the Alpha. It's gone on for both objectives now, or the previous objective, and it's gone well for them. item update, War Axe already. So it's the path of the Suyo where it goes to the War Axe detour before full building the Hunter Strike. Yesterday we saw Demon Kite rushing Hunter Strike first, but that's because they're rocking a lineup that they're confident can snowball quickly. This one is a little bit more 50-50. That's why it's a little bit more of a, how do I call this? A conservative approach to itemization on the Suyo.
Yeah, very conservative. Might slow you down a lot.
Split. Sanford using the ult is not going to out-sustain the damage coming in from both Kyle and Flapteezy. Not looking good for Sanford right now. Kyle manages to stay alive thanks to JP. So again, Falcon with a beautiful gap.
They're not done quite yet. Sanji with the clearing operations here with that feathered airstrike. And very controlled aggression coming in from Team Falcons. Ogwin, though, might be in trouble.
Okay, quick sound guard for Ogwin. Quick thinking from the Master. Luckily, OEB still hasn't have his Sky Piercer, so not enough damage for the Filipino sniper to bring down Ogwin.
TLPH right now, they're starting to feel that the glue is the biggest problem. And again, we mentioned it in the draft, they don't have the right damage profile for it besides the Alpha. The damage of the Granger also will take some time for it to be felt by the glue, but even if it gets to the late game, Flapteezy will still be the biggest problem. And now TLPH will have to find a way to deal with that as the next sequences happen. Bird Turtle coming up in just a bit. It's not that big of a lead for Falcons. TLPH can contest this, but it's hard to find a scenario where they will be able to win an objective fight. Carl TZ can win a red tree battle, but the question of can they win a fight is a different one.
I think it's going to boil down to Sanji. If ever he decides to get the Raging Sandstorm, it's going to have to connect this time. Because previously it did not. Here comes Circling Eagle coming in from JP, who went on the other hand, trying to zone out the members of TLPH. Going to be a retribution battle. Sanji connects with the Raging Sandstorm. View secures the turtle, but the clash is still going on as they try to bring down Sanji. They will do so successfully. Sanford goes in right after Flapteezy. Flapteezy stays alive in a flicker round. And now Ogwin just really zoning out the members of TLPH. Will they go in? No casualties for the Falcons, and Sanji will fall down.
All right, I guess that was a pretty smart approach, Renmar, right? I mean, if the Bane...
Amazing! The Filipino sniper with one bullet to bring down Kyle.
Good find there by Team Falcons, and now they're going to be able to push up top. This is what we were talking about, the seek
from Flapteezy, forced out early on by TLPH. Now they're going to transition onto the purple buff. DHS picked up already by Super Marco, so let's see if Falcon, if this is a go sign for them. But both teams will disengage.
Yeah, that's a signal. Once you use the feather airstrike, that's a signal that the rest of the team just has to kind of just back off here at this point. And TLPH is taking that with basically the same energy. And now, it's not a big lead, but it's something. I have to say, Carl TZ, despite being 0-free, is keeping up with the levels, not as donked on like we usually see with teams that face off against King Kong, like for instance, like when he gets super ahead.
Yeah, they've taken this route where the Alpha is now turned into utility. He's 0-3 and 2. Oheb has 3 items locked in: Hunter Strike, Sky Piercer, and the Malefic Roar. Meaning that TLPH's approach definitely needs to adjust and accept that, okay, we're just setting things up for Oheb.
Flapteezy goes in with the ultimate. They might be able to burst out Flapteezy. Split, not going to be enough. In hands with the Filipino sniper, going to bring down one. View on the other hand with a feather airstrike, going to bring down Sanford as well. An XP4 and XP. Right as the Lord has pawned, Carl TZ goes right after Kyle. Sanji flickers in the Raging Sandstorm combination. Now trying to work on View. 3 members down for the Falcons. Make it more. Now Sanji and Sanford is going to fall down. Oheb, will he be able to make it in time? 3 members are down and TLPH gets the Lord.
The young phenom, what a play by Sanji. Flicker Raging Sandstorm as the Valentina, and then he went to the other side of the wall and got another kill at that more.
Marco, gonna bring down 2. OM is not in the picture, now JP flickers in, bringing Carl TZ with him. When he's the Raging Sandstorm to disrupt the formation of TLPH. Super Marco, super activated with 2-0-2.
TLPH has taken no breaks whatsoever. They keep fighting, and they don't seem to be running out of bullets.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Things have finally simmered down after a hot 30-40 seconds of action that we've seen. Lord marching up top there for TLPH, and they are definitely in control right now. But Falcons, in terms of the resources, are very close. Flapteezy already has the Athena shield. He should be surviving a little bit more of the magic damage dished out by the Valentina. That's becoming a problem for him.
Nice engagement here from Ogwin. I think they want to go for something here.
A Flap
Sanji has his own fighter airstrike though. Gonna burst down Sanford all of a sudden. Super Marco making quick work of that. They can't reach Marco so far, but here comes Oheb! The Filipino sniper brings down 2 plus a turret. TLPH once again rocking with his lineup.
This is what I'm talking about, right? The Filipino sniper doesn't just apply to Beatrix anymore. You can snipe from downtown with a Granger, no problem, same effect.
And TLPH did what we said that they should do. At this point, adjust your approach to team fighting and make sure you just set up for Oheb. They thought that, it looked back, but you actually saw Carl TZ and the others say, wait, let's hold this front, Oheb's on the way, and Oheb will be able to get a kill, which he did.
Literally movie protagonist here at this point, waiting for the cavalry to arrive here. And TLPH, they worked wonders with that strategy.
It's funny, Sanji just picked up the ultimate of Kyle TZ. Just used it right away. So far, Sanji, I like to highlight that he did use the feathered airstrike up against him, but Carl TZ goes in. Counter-attack coming in from Oheb with the Raging Sandstorm. Sanford just trying to work on Super. Marco got terrified as well. Will he be able to bring him down? No! Sanford's the first man down, while Oheb working on Flap TZ. TLPH has one member down, but it looks like they're still in driver's seat.
Okay, so TLPH are continuing the aggression. At some point, they're going to have to make sure that it doesn't lead to losses on their side to get control. But right now, in terms of the gold, that's definitely TLPH leaning. Gold laner is still very close. So Super Marco is still something that TLPH needs to respect. But right now, as it stands, they have a strong front line. They can sustain. Sanji has been aggressive and has actually been helping set up Oheb with dealing the initial burst, and then Oheb will follow up for the finish.
That's right. And I really like that this is happening that way, right? It's not just pure firepower from Oheb. He really has to wait for the setup for the team. And that's also happening on Team Falcons side. So it's becoming less of a battle of firepower, more of a battle of who is going to mess up first.
Oheb starting to heat up. Oheb starting to hurt, even forcing Q2 to recall. That's why TLPH has a better position on securing this Lord. Will Falcon contest, circling Eagle from JP as Carl TZ gets the Lord. Now Falcon has to engage here, but TLPH is ready to re-engage, forcing Falcons to retreat.
Good call there by TLPH. They understood that they had a good position. They had the advantage. Sanji was holding a very crucial bush. Info that no one was there. No one was aggro and showing themselves on the side of Falcon, so they decided to rush it. And at the same time, the Terrify coming in from Shanji's Shadow Strike has been a thorn in the side of Flap TZ. So what was supposed to be the biggest problem on their side has actually been solved. The LPH has dealt with this glue really well in the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's not as godlike as he was in the first few minutes of this game, 100%, especially with Oheb's damage helping. Will that lose HP down?
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show how they prioritize giving Oheb a lot of resources to scale up, get the items, and even forcing Carl TZ to be a utility instead of having enough damage for this alpha. So clearly, it's paying off for the cavalry.
Could be seeing a very broken turret here. Yeah. Although it is going to be put on half. They're starting the fight. They want to do it on 2 fronts.
Okay. Sanji has his own Raging Sandstorm plus the Flicker, so they can engage. But they're going to do this methodically and try to go for
good stun.
There you go. Great stun there. And Team Falcons made quick work of that Lord, but they lose an inhibitor up top.
JP, good guiding win to save his members from getting taken down after an initial good stun entry by Kyle TZ. Super Marco now has the Malefic gun. So this carry definitely needs to get checked. But right now, one of the problems for Falcons is somehow their front line is just not holding on long.
Remember, even JP's hits are being felt here, just because of the lack of itemization on some members. But at the same time, Falcons also kind of still packs a punch here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're approaching the 16-minute mark. Who knows how much stacks Oheb has with the Granger. Just clearly tapping and spamming all the ultimates, all the death sonatas, and on the right targets. Because during the previous Lord, he was able to poke out Few. That's why Few had to recall and force Falcon out of position for that Lord take.
That's crucial, yeah, 100%. It enabled them to really get so much area, so much vision, that it slowed down Falcons' approach.
All right, so far TLPH They've been throwing a lot of bodies, specifically Sanford's Phobius in front of Team Falcons, and it's been working out. Part of me is thinking, though, it might reach a point where once Sanford falls early in a team fight, TLPH are just going to feel that their front line isn't that strong. After that, it's just going to be Carl Teasy, and the JP can only do so much to dish out shields. And then Falcon has kept the game close in terms of the resources, that the next fight might not just be clear-cut and say it's for TLPH. The next big fight might actually be difficult for Liquid to handle.
I think that's true. Sanford has to stay alive.
Yeah.
He has been doing a good job in buffering the damage, making sure that the crucial members don't get hit as much. But if Sanford gets picked off early on, that might be just the opening the Falcon needs here.
The opening is there.
Oh.
Concealed. Sanji with a flicker out. Ultra Instincts to evade the potential kill from Team Falcons. And now they're holding on to this Lord.
This is good for Liquid because Falcons' waves don't look good right now. You see, they're torn. They might just have to give this up.
Oh, Costisi goes in with his Spear of Alpha, trying to work on Baptiste. Forced out the ultimate already. OM picks up another kill. -1 for Team Falcons.
Oh, boy.
And it looks like they cannot contest for this Lord anymore. TLPH gonna do this methodically and secure the potentially last Lord.
I think Redmar, you called it right. They didn't want to. They wanted to call it off, but TLPH is like, no, you don't. You're not going away, especially not without Scratch.
Yeah, that was a good call by Carl Teasy to commit the Spear of Alpha right away. TLPH knew that they had the macro and the minion advantage, so they made the most out of that. In terms of staying alive, well, the Alpha has built really well for himself. Well, went for the Queen's Wings, Athene's Shield, Brute Force Breastplate, and even with the Winter Crown. Yeah, my problems or my worries for TLPH they're good. I'm not worried for them anymore.
Oh, Ogwen, Immortality popped. Now they're trying to defend Ogwen there, plus the inhibitor turret down. Costisi goes in again with the Spear of Alpha, trying to work on Pew. Super Marco has to walk away. A killing spree coming in from OM as he bursts down. Pew, OM's Immortality will be popped. Sanji goes in with the Raging Sassel, saves OM. Another kill for the Filipino sniper. The cavalry marching on forward, and they will shut down the Falcons from the skies.
With conviction, TLPH takes game number 1. Very, very dominant.
And in his first game as a member of the cavalry, the Filipino sniper gets a maniac. TLPH. Are they back? Well, we'll see.
This is as back as they can get, at least for the meantime, right?
For now.
For now.